Hello everyone, this is Agent Russ and welcome back to the channel. In this series, we are going to build our own small game engine using something called an Entity Component System, or ECS. This is not a copy-paste tutorial and this is not a framework tutorial. We are going to understand what we are building. You do not need to know JavaScript, you do not need to know Three.js, and you do not need to know game engines. I'm going to explain everything as if I'm learning it myself. Because honestly, that's the best way to learn. These episodes are recorded a bit long on purpose. I will speed up the typing when editing, but I will never rush the explanations. Before we start, let's go over the tools we need. First of all, Node.js. What is Node.js? Before we write any code, we need Node.js. Node.js lets us run JavaScript on our computer instead of only in the browser. We are not using Node to make the game itself. We are using it to run tools that help us build the game. If you don't already have the Node installed, you can just go to Node.js website and install the latest version. The next is Vite. The first tool we are using is Vite. Vite is a development server. It runs our project locally, it refreshes the browser when we save the files, and it prepares our project for production later. Think of Vite like a very fast launcher for our game project. The second tool we are using is Three.js. Three.js talks to the GPU and draws 3D graphics, and that's it. It does not control gameplay, it does not know what a player is, and it does not know what health or movement means. Later, our ECS engine will decide what happens. Three.js will simply display the result. Now let's create the project. First, we need to install the Vite project. Let's open up the terminal by going to View and Terminal. We are going to create a new Vite project. Let's type npm create Vite at latest. For project name, I will type ECS Three.js. You can choose any name you like. For framework, choose vanilla. This means plain JavaScript. For variant, choose JavaScript. Just press arrow button and switch to JavaScript. The next, we'll just say no. And it asks us if we want to install with npm and start now. For this, we'll just say yes. Open the URL shown in the terminal. If you see a Vite page, everything is working. You can just press Ctrl click and it will open the Vite project. And if you click here, you will see the count is incrementing. That means Vite is installed properly. Now we need to install Three.js. We stop the server with Ctrl C. We are currently in ECS folder. We need to go inside ECS Three.js folder. So for that, we type cd ECS-Three.js. As you can see, we are currently in ECS Three.js folder. To install Three.js, we can follow the manual on Three.js website. We need to type npm install save 3. To run the server again, we can type npm run dev. And if you click on the link, you will see the Vite project running. Vite comes with extra files such as counter. We won't need any of these files, so we're just gonna go ahead and delete them. And inside the CSS, we can just go ahead and clear all of that for now. And for index, our main.js is actually in source file, so this needs to be .source main.js. And we can go ahead and delete the ID. And the error, you can just ignore it because we deleted some of the files. We are going to keep index file is very simple. Inside index file, we're going to create a canvas. And we're going to call this game. The ID lets JavaScript find the canvas later. Next, we will go to style CSS. We are going to write a CSS to remove the scroll bars from the browser. Browsers add margin and scroll bars by default. That's not what we want for a game. So let's go ahead and type HTML. Margin is 0. Padding is 0 as well. And we are gonna set the width to 100%. and the height to 100% as well. Overflow will be hidden. And for the canvas, we'll set the display to block. And width to 100%. And same with height. Height will be 100% as well. Margin and padding are set to 0 to remove spacing. Overflow hidden removes scroll bars. And the canvas is stretched to fill the screen. Now let's go ahead and write our first Three.js code. We are going to head over to main.js. Inside here, we can remove pretty much everything and just leave the style.css. Right here, we're going to type import S3 from 3. And we are going to set the canvas by const canvas equals document that get element by ID. And we're going to type the ID of the canvas, which is game. Now we need to set our scene. So we're going to type const scene. And that's going to be a new 3.scene. And the next we are going to set our camera, const camera equals new 3. We are going to use a perspective camera for now. So for field of view, we're going to set this to 75. And it's going to be Windows dot inner width divided by Windows dot inner height. And for the clippings, we're going to set the near to 0.1 and the far to 1000. Next, we are going to set the camera position. So camera dot position. And we are only going to set the Z value. And the next we need the renderer. So we're going to type const renderer equals new 3.webgl renderer. And inside here, we're going to set the canvas. And also we want to set the anti-aliasing to true. Anti-alias, I think I spelled it right. And that should be true. So the scene is the world. The camera is how we look at the world, and the renderer connects Three.js to the canvas. Now let's go ahead and add the game loop. So we're gonna type function animate, and inside animate function we are gonna call renderer.render, and we are gonna pass scene and camera. And the next we are going to call request animation frame. And we're going to pass the function itself. So we create the animate function. Now we need to call this function by animate Just to explain, games run in a loop and this function runs every frame. Next, I'm going to talk about ECS concept. What is ECS? Now that we have a place to render a game, we need to decide how the game works. ECS stands for Entity Component System. Entity is built on three ideas: entity, component, and system. So entity is just an ID, component is data only, and the system is logic that acts on data. Now let's create a folder to organize our engine. Right under source folder, we are going to create three folders for now. First one is ECS. Next, we need the components. And finally, the systems. Inside the ECS folder, we are going to create entity.js file. Let's go ahead and click new file. And we are going to call this entity.js. Inside here, we're going to type export class entity, constructor ID equals ID. So an entity is just an ID. It has no behavior. All meaning comes from components. Let's save this file. Next, we are going to create the component file. And let's call this component.js. Inside this file, all we're going to type is export class component. This class exists for clarity. Components are data only. Now let's go ahead and create our first component. Under the component folder, we are going to create a new file. And we are going to call this file transform.js. Inside this file, we are going to type import and this class will extend component. And we are going to set the constructor x equals 0, y equals 0, and z equals 0. And let's call super this.x equals x, this.y equals y, and this.z equals z. So this component store position, no logic. Next, we are going to add another component. This file we are going to call velocity.js. Inside this file, same as before, we can actually copy paste from the previous one. Import component from ECS component.js. Export class velocity. And it's also going to extend from component. And let's save this file and let's go ahead and create another component. And this one we can call health.js. And let's import component here as well. And this is also going to be export class. We're going to name this health. And it's also going to extend component. And we are going to set this max equals max and this current equals max. Just to be clear, these components don't do anything by themselves. Systems will handle behavior later. Now let's go ahead, run the project to make sure everything we have done so far is correct. Inside the terminal, we're gonna type npm run dev. Now let's go ahead and click the link. It comes up with a white screen. It should be black. So let's open up the console by pressing Ctrl+Shift+C. And inside the console, we can see it's complaining about main.js renderer.render, which should be correct. Let's go ahead and have a look, see what's going on. And it's complaining and saying this is not a function. So where we declare renderer. All right, so instead of render target, this needs to be WebGL renderer. Now let's go ahead and save it and the error disappear. As you can see, we will have a black screen with no scroll bars. In this episode, we did a lot. We set up the project, we rendered to a canvas, and we built the foundation of ECS. In the next episode, we will create the world. The world will manage entities and components, and then the things will finally start to move. If this was helpful, please subscribe and like the video. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. I'm Agent Russ. See you next time.